So in Second Kings, we're just going to go ahead and jump down and start at verse 37. And it says, "And the regulations, the judgments, and the law, and the commandment that he wrote for you, you should always follow carefully. And you must not fear other gods. And you must not forget the covenant that I made with you. And you must not fear other gods. But it is Jehovah your God whom you should fear, as he is the one who will rescue you out of the hands of all your enemies." But they did not obey, and they followed their former religion. So these nations came to fear Jehovah, but they were also serving their own graven images. But their sons and their grandsons have done just as their forefathers did down to this day. And we can keep going and everything. The story of Hezekiah and um, different Bible verses and characters. And this is the one thing that I really appreciate that really helped me to grow in Bible stories is when reading Bible stories, look at the people as people. They lived in different time periods, but look at the situations and what they were going through and the environment that they were living in, not in a form of judgment, but in a form of trying to understand what is the lesson, what is the point. Um, Cause I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. Bible stories are really good. They're really, really, really good, and just oh my god, thinking about them being in Egypt and the pharaohs and the people that they had to approach and having different influences that they had to be around and the kind of faith they had to show. um like I had someone come across my timeline and is talking about the story a lot and how once he got in the mountains and everything, after everything that had happened, and like got so drunk that he basically wasn't functional, and his daughters and everything, if you know the story, you know the story, right? Well, they asked, how drunk did he get? One, you got to look at the fact that this man, even though he had faith, he had just witnessed the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. He had basically was about to sacrifice his daughters to being raped and harmed because he had angels in his house because they wanted them him to hand them over. Not to mention, on top of that, he had just lost his wife. And Lot wasn't a poor man, he was a rich man. So he had lost his wife, witnessed the destruction of a city, lost all his material possessions. His daughters had lost their fiancés, everything. And so, not only that, he probably felt like it really was not just the end of, the city that he stayed in, but the end of the whole world. And basically, they escaped with nothing but what they had on their back. So, excuse me, it helps to look at it from a perspective of imagining, expanding those feelings, those thoughts, the actions behind it, and how it can help us to grow in faith. That's the best way I can put it. So, oh, yeah, y'all, I can be at this all day, all day. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I hope you all just really watch the videos, enjoy them. That it helped. That it really helped because we need it. This is what improving mental health looks like, because we can't do it on our own. And yeah, entertainment and all those things and that stuff help. We need outlets. We need recreational outlets. We need, wholesome recreational outlets so that we can stay positive, so that we can stay moving, so that we can, cope, basically work through different things, because it's hard. It's hard, and it's not. I don't like to think about how difficult something can be. I like to think about just one day at a time. Do what I can while I can and get through that. So, again, like I said, I hope that helped. And I'm going to leave it at that. But, bye.